My name is Kent Philpott. I'm the pastor of Miller Avenue Baptist Church in Mill Valley, California. This is the ninth vlog on the issue of casting out of demons. I know that it may seem very strange to many of you to even hear the topic, but we find it to be ubiquitous throughout the history of Christianity. Jesus did it who knows how many times. But it was a common feature of his ministry, and it has continued to this day. Personally, I have engaged in it many hundreds of times. I've written several books on it. You can go to Amazon.com and type in my name, Kent Philpott, and you'll find one or two of them. And so I've been preparing a little series on this. This is our ninth vlog, and I want to talk about a story that happened around the time of the movie The Exorcist began to be shown around the country. So this is the 1970s. And at the theater in San Rafael on 4th Street, 4th and A, there was the film being shown. And what we did was we prepared a little tract, a little handout, a sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11. And as people were coming in and going out, we'd hand out this paper. And it was an invitation to investigate the whole situation, and it was a witness about Jesus. And so we did that. One of our leaders who was with us in handing out of them and who had gone and seen the film, wanted to know what it was all about, came to me about 4 days later after he'd seen the film and said he was having trouble. He looked awful. He said he hadn't slept, he couldn't eat, he was very upset, but that he wanted to talk to me, and he said, maybe I have a demonic spirit in me. Now, he didn't want anybody to know about this. I mean, this was a major leader in our church and in other parts, a fairly well-known individual at any rate, so I kept it secret, never talked about who it was. But I am relating the story here without using this brother's name. So we met in my office at the Christian General Store on the Miracle Mile, 4th Street in San Rafael, right next to McDonald's. McDonald's was right there. We met late at night, about 11 o'clock, and in a dark room that had glass on the outside of it, windows, we sat. And I thought this was a waste of time. Nothing that this is ever going to happen. This guy couldn't possibly, this very strong Christian man couldn't possibly have any demonic spirit. Well, so we're there, and I'm to his left. He's facing a wall to his right of the windows, and I can see the lights of McDonald's through those windows. So I start commanding demons to come out of him in the name of Jesus. All of a sudden, after, I would say, maybe 5 minutes, his head goes back and he lets out with the loudest scream. It was horrific. And I was shocked. It scared me. And after he calmed down, we talked a little bit, and he said, yes, a demon had presented itself and screamed. He screamed. It came out. Well, as usual, I wanted to do it some more, see if there were any more, and started in a second time. And sure enough, the same thing. His head went back, screamed, and that was our indication that a demonic spirit had left. Well, I was going to try again, and so in the third attempt, all of a sudden, there's a knock on the door, and it was a door with a window in it. And I looked, and I could see by the outline that it was a cop with full regalia, the very distinguishing kind of hat. And I walked to the door, and he said, we've heard screaming from here. And I said, yes, I know. And I just opened the door enough, I let him see my friend sitting in the chair. I said, I have been casting demons out of him. The cop looked at me and said, okay, walked out and went back, and that was the end of it. Now, that is a very true story. I've talked with my friend about this many times over the years, and we are yet astonished at the reaction of the police officer that just took my very simple explanation as enough and walked away. Now, the person that I cast the demons out, which was very typical, began to understand how these demonic spirits got into him. And it happened when he was a little boy, when his mother, when she would go away to bridge parties in the afternoon, would safety pin him to the bed frame, a Muslim sheet, and she'd use safety pins to pin him down to the mattress. And he said he was so horrified to be there by himself for hours, 4 or 5-year-old boy. Parents were divorced, and this is what she would do. And he was scared a fire would happen or a burglar would come in, and the fear paralyzed him. And he said, while I was casting out the demons, that's how the invasion took place. True story.